Hush, Hush, Dark Path. Let's do it, man. Born to Dodge. Yeah, I will tolerate no Bruce Springsteen slander. Look, since the 1980s, he hasn't done that much I've been super interested in. However, 1975's landmark album, Born to Run, top to bottom slappers. Born to Run, 10th Avenue Freakout, hiding on the back streets, hiding on the back... Jungle Land? Come on, man. I forgot about this part. Stop saying lightning and the thunder. You've gotten stuck in my head. I know that's what you were trying to do, and it worked. Yeah, Jungle Land is legit, man. If the Hold Steady released Jungle Land, like, you wouldn't be able to... It would be like the new All My Friends. Like, people wouldn't shut up about it for like a decade. But because it's Bruce Springsteen, people are like, you know... Yeah, whatever, Grandpa. Anthony, thoughts? Mr. Fantano? You know what? I could send a tweet to him right now. He won't respond, but that's fine. Thunder Road. Look, I've never been a huge Thunder Road guy, but it is a great song. And also one of the all-time, like, side one track ones, right? What is the thing on the top left here? So this is, when you are, Tainted Isaac, you can only hold 8 items. Small Rock is definitely worthy of being one. I know we could get close to Spun, but... 10th Avenue Freeze Out, such a banger. Dude, that's the thing, like... It's got one of those things, I like... when bands release like one song about being a band. It's got some fun stuff going on, like and now the something and the dump and the big man joined the band, and then the guy on the saxophone, like, he's like, that's my cue, and he goes like, it's good, man. He played Megalovania. Exactly. There's some good songs about being in the band that's singing the song that you're currently playing. Rock and Roll Band by Boston. It's not Boston's best song, but, you know, it's not skippable. This dude's off the maps. Off the map. Band on the Run? We don't speak about Band on the Run. Boston, most overrated band of all time. This is like an asinine take. More Than a Feeling is one of the best songs that's also so overplayed I may never want to hear it again. I'll give you that one. You know what? I feel like for our... You know what? Give me this. I trust this more. What was I? Okay, More Than a Feeling. Great song. Very overplayed. But Foreplay Long Time, like, Apollo's right. That's one of the best rock songs in history. The doom 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 doom. Okay, you know what? We're trying to do Boss Rush, so we're not gonna go Curse Room, we're just gonna leave. Yeah. Yeah, we can... look, I know there's U2 fans in the chat. Trust me, I've been down this road many times in my life. I try to go to bat for U2. South Park did more damage to the reputation for U2 than you and I can rehabilitate, unfortunately. I wish people gave U2 the respect that I feel they deserved, but it's too late. South Park destroyed them somehow because Bono had the audacity to, like, try to help cure HIV. And people were like, wow, you must think you're like some kind of big shot. They're like, yeah, I know he's done a lot of great humanitarian work, but, like, he takes himself a little too seriously. Plus, they put their album on my iPhone without me giving them my permission, so... U2 is the same thing, right? Like, almost everything they've made since the mid-1990s is not particularly good, in my opinion. But they did enough in the 80s to make up for it. It's like the REM thing, right? Okay, I gotta, like, this is complicated. I think I'm just gonna take Akeldama. Gonna sell my house in town. Like, the Joshua Tree, great album. Pride in the Name of Love, great song. Like, they, even, Mysterious Ways, you know, that whole, like, I forget what the album is called from the mid-90s. It's called Zoo or something. No, wait, it's called Octung Baby. Hello, hello, Daniel's chat. I'm not even gonna ask you how you feel about, not Coldplay. Because the DMCA memories are probably still fresh in Dan's mind. I'm not gonna ask you how you feel about U2, because I think I already know the answer. We can just move on instead. These are not worth working for, in my opinion. Most bands, though, because they're like, hey, you know, they got worse as they got older. Like, all bands got worse as they got older. If they lasted, well, okay, Radiohead is like the exception that proves the rule. But any band that has been popular for more than 20 years, they did not get better when they got closer to the end. The Strokes? Come on, man. Everybody's still, they're leaving their lighters on for Is This It? You know, they're not leaving their lighters on for, you know, whatever that song that was on MLB The Show last year was. Swans? I said bands that were popular, okay? I'm not trying to say they're not good. Nick Cave? Okay, I'll give you Nick Cave. I'll give you another exception there. This is not... we can pick it up for the card at least, but... Okay, I can't follow this. I'm sorry to tell you, this is just too much. I'm gonna have to tap out of the run. I think we want Rotten Baby, and then Lusty Blood, and then somehow to find a way to survive. Oh, there's meat! That's how we'll survive. Okay, now we're talking. Donkey Donka, Donkey Donka. Actually, the Beatles? Yeah, but the Beatles weren't around for 20 years. The Beatles were only around for like 10 years. Hold on. I want this as well. I feel like Spirit Hearts are going to be important here. Also, the Beatles didn't get better and better. You know, their final album, Let It Be, was considered by far their weakest album of their prime. Although I will admit that Abbey Road was recorded after Let It Be, so... There's a slight difference there, but still. Alright, we can't take too much time. We're a minute and a half slower than we'd like to be. But I think we got a great setup here for the future. Lusty Blood is going to help out a lot if we do choose to do Boss Rush. Yeah, don't... Come on, Modest Mouse, you're going to make me cry. I've been using my YouTube Music subscription to listen to a lot of, like, 90s Modest Mouse, and I forgot. I was like, hey, man, this band, like, I used to like them a lot. I don't know what is... We just unlocked this, so it's gotta be checked. Break your enemies. I don't mind losing adrenaline. Probably, like, stem cells would be next out. You get bones when you kill enemies. How about that? Good news for people who love bad news is better than the moon in Antarctica. I mean, that's just like... That's just one of those takes that's designed in a hermetically sealed bad take laboratory to make as many people angry as possible. Like, I get it, you got a fondness for Float On, because it's like the first Modest Mouse song you ever heard. It's the first Modest Mouse song I ever heard, too. But, I mean, like, we gotta tackle this, like, from a good faith context, right? Like... That's all I got. My opinion on the Red Hot Chili Peppers has softened a little bit. I loved them as a kid. You know, in 6th grade, we had to make a restaurant. Like a fake restaurant menu in French class. I named my restaurant the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Because I was so into the album Californication. These bones just don't do anything, huh? En français? I can't remember. But then, like, I don't know, around the release of Stadium Arcadium, I realized that I'm like pretty sure this band just keeps remaking like the same 2 songs over and over. In one of them, they go, oh, and then in the other one, we should take the HP because we get to keep it. Yeah, and then in the other one, they play it a little bit more mellow. Dong dong dang da dang dum dong dee dong dee dong dum dum bum dum. Have we? I don't care if we've gone to the item room. With only 8 items, I want to keep the boss rush pace on. But I've come to, I think, terms with the fact that you mostly just listen to the Red Hot Chili Peppers if you're trying to have some fun, you know? It's not a band that, for the not to say they don't have a thinker or two, but it's not the kind of band you turn on and you're like, you know, dig in a hole, when is it dumb and there's some bug. It's a band you turn on and you go like, wow, listen to this guy rip the bass. Bad damage. We can't afford that bad damage, man. Sloan is still good? Dude, Sloan Underwhelmed might be like the least well-known Canadian 90s classic. They're a spring break band like Slint. Excuse me? Excuse me? Are you saying that they're the kind of band you could work through their entire discography over spring break? Because heavily debate that. Yeah, Slint only has like 6 songs, but they're all... Well, like 2 of them are all-time classics. The rest are, you know, reasonably enjoyable if you're in the right mood, but... It's the first time I've ever heard Slint and the Red Hot Chili Peppers compared. For spring break energy? Oh, okay, I'll give you that one. Red Hot Chili Peppers are like when you're going out having a fun time with your friends on spring break. And then Slint is like when your friends didn't invite you to go get ice cream with them. And you're like a little bit sad about it. I hear you on that one. Don ordered a salted caramel ice cream. Dong, 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 dong. Dong, dong, dong. Dong, dong. Okay, what the... Okay, just chill, baby. Easy. Easy mode. Okay, so forget Book of Revelations, man. Here's what you do, okay? You open this son of a gun. You grab the Bible. Easy mode. Sicko mode. You turn it on. Doesn't matter what you grab because we're not keeping it. Doesn't matter what you grab because we're not keeping it. Doesn't matter what you grab because we're not keeping it. Matters a great deal that you get Satanic Bible. Still on pace. We don't need to, like, I don't know if Dan's here. We don't need to talk about Weezer. It's like his favorite band of all time. I apologize to him that I constantly have to remind everybody that they haven't recorded anything good since the year 2001. Have I made... Because this just popped into my head. Just so happens to be the best song in the world. It was the best song in the world. I mean, you gotta try Nod Leaf just to hold it. But, we can get rid of it later if we want. But, have I done the bit yet where, like, the Weezer cycle is the same as the Sonic the Hedgehog cycle? Where, like, it just goes around. They're like, new Weezer came out, it sucks. Whoa, the new single from the next Weezer album came out. They're back, baby. It's the blue. They're doing the blue album again. Hold on. Yeah, we're still on pace for Boss Rush. Don't trick me. Then the whole album comes out and they're like, actually, it kind of sucks. And then like it just goes around in the cycle. Well, no, the Zelda cycle is similar, but then people fall in love with the Zelda that's one Zelda ago, or two Zeldas ago, I guess. This is the Sonic cycle, because the product remains maligned for the rest of its life, but... Also, for more university stories, like, I had a roommate who just... Dude, these are some good items. This is a tough choice. I think we take the soul. That's how much I value that. I had a roommate in university. Well, like a housemate, I guess. But he listened to like 2 songs over and over with no headphones. One of them was Afterlife by Avenged Sevenfold. And then that summer, it came out on Rock Band 2 or 3. And he just played it for like hours and hours. I don't belong here, I gotta move on, escape from this afterlife. And then the other one was I Am the Greatest Man That Ever Lived by Weezer. Which also, I believe, coincidentally came out on Rock Band that very same summer. And he would always like make me play guitar on it while he sang it. And I was just like, I'm the baddest of the bad. I'm the best that you've ever. I do better. And I am the greatest man who ever lived. And I'm like, oh, this is just like, it's like a very Dr. Horrible sing-along blog sort of energy. It was back in the day where everybody wouldn't shut up about like Buffy the Vampire Slayer. That's surfaced some memories of mine that I'm working through some trauma right now, I think. He's a nice guy, though. Don't get me wrong. So we're still friends to this day. I think he would find this bit humorous. It's the same guy. Dude, I feel bad now because I'm like he's a really good guy. We do dunk on him a lot, though. It's the same guy that Malf has a couple of stories about. That like he used the communal internet connection to download like a bunch of stuff on spring break that one time, and then try to blame the other housemates. Akeldom is pretty good. I think maybe we'll get rid of more options for now because we're about to move on. This is tough. We don't have a ton of time. I think I'm just gonna head down. I think we've got a workable run. And then also is the same guy who used to instead of making like food every day, he just had a big like stainless steel bowl full of ground beef in the fridge, and he would take like 2 handfuls of it every day and make burgers out of it, even though the meat was like 2 weeks old. Based? It's like, I suppose it's a little based in some ways. Now, you know, as somebody who didn't have the financial interest there, like I didn't live in that house, it was nice to go to their house because, you know, whatever you wanted to watch, he always had it in like, you know, 4K. He'd be like, hey, do you want to watch like this 1990s cartoon in 4K? And I'm like, why not, man? Absolutely. How could I refuse? How long ago was this? I don't know, like 2009. It's not that long ago, it's just 11 years. Oh, 12, yeah, my bad. I was saying earlier today, in an Isaac episode I recorded today, I was like, I always like to recontextualize my age, because I think it hits harder. The one thing I said recently was, you know, Iggy Azalea's Fancy is now as old as Aqua's Barbie Girl was when I went to my senior prom, which is kind of crazy. Because when I was in 12th grade, I was like, dude, that's like... Barbie Girl? That sounds like ancient, man. But like, now Fancy is as ancient as that song was. Okay, this is a no. Hold on. This is a no. This is a maybe. Like, Ghost Pepper can be pretty good with some luck. I'm gonna do it. Like, I don't think Akeldama's all that, man. Go ahead and give me Ghost Pepper for now. Dry Baby's not that good. It's not worthy of being one of our only 8 items, at least. Alexander Hamilton, by the way. Is Nod Leaf. That's still up in the air, but this is kind of like, Nod Leaf is like our get out of jail free card for now. So the new bit of contextualization that I had for my age is, this isn't going to make you feel that old, probably, but it makes me feel pretty old. Like, my favorite class that I taught in South Korea, they were born in the year 2000, which means they are now, this year, gonna be as old as I was, or maybe next year. They're gonna be as old as I was when I taught them English, which is crazy. Because I was 22 and 23. So I guess it will be next year, but still, like, that's crazy. Yeah, that's why, like, all these stories about teaching English in South Korea, you know, you gotta keep in mind contextually. I was still just a little kid myself. Hello. Hello. That's true. That did happen. Hello. Oh, there she goes. She's pogging. She's pogging. She's going crazy. She's hip. She's with it. It's Kate. Hello.
Soon, next month, it's our 7-year anniversary.
It is our 7th year anniversary. Also known as the happy anniversary. We lasted longer than Kim and Kanye.
And then in June, it's us being together for 9 years.
That's pretty crazy. That's a long time.
Yeah.
That's all I got. I was trying to make conversation, and I'm like, we got... All the conversations during COVID that Kate and I have now are basically like, our baby's really cute. And then the other person's like, yeah. And we just like, would just bandy that back and forth for like an hour. Man, our baby did this really cute thing today. Wow, that's cute. And we just trade baby cute stories.
It's true.
Like earlier today, she made a sound that was like, grrr. I was like, that's really cute.
I think you will enjoy the game that I played, Emily's Away. It's
Yeah.
all, it's the trip down to year 2008.
Oh, that's a long time ago now.
Yeah, 13 years.
13 years. On that, I'm gonna play Rain on Your Parade today, Kate. You know that game?
No.
It's like Hitman, but you play as a rain cloud. So you gotta like ruin people's days by raining on them, or like
That sounds great.
maybe you would like in some situations you don't just like rain on them, but you know you could like rain on like a generator that causes them to lose electricity, and then their day is ruined and stuff like that. I'm excited to give it a try.
I love ruining non-existing fake human lives.
It's therapy. It's self-care, in my opinion. Yo, baby's eating some potatoes today. Let's go. Basically, that's a paternity test. Because if this baby doesn't like potatoes, there's going to be questions that need answering. Like, I'm not even worried that it's not my baby. I'm worried it's not a human baby. If you don't like potatoes, like, do you have the human genome? I don't like potatoes. Okay, but do you not enjoy the flavor slash texture of potatoes, or do you like the attention you get when you tell people that you don't like potatoes? You know what I mean? Careful. There you go. We take that. Thanks for the HP. I'm gonna leave Nod Leaf. I'm gonna leave it. I don't think we need it. I don't think it's the play. I would rather have slow shots, I think. And then we gotta try to make Hush. It's gonna be a little close. We're gonna give it a shot, though. What's your favorite kind of potato? It's a tough question. You can do some, like, ranked choice in this for sure. Like, for example, the worst kind of potato is definitely just, like, just boiled. Like, boiled potatoes served on the plate with maybe, like, a little salt and butter. Not so much. Okay, raw is worse. Yes, okay. Or, like, with poison sprayed on top of it. But, yeah, we're good. We took the negative. Okay. After that, it gets a little touchier. Who doesn't love, like, the rest of the varieties? I would say next is, like, just baked. Not baked potato, I should say, but, like, you know, just cooked in an oven for, like, you know, chopped and then cooked in an oven for 25 minutes. I would rather have them mashed. I would rather have them fried or smashed. I would rather have them baked in some aluminum foil, maybe, and then you pierce them with the fork on the top and line it like a jacket potato or something. Forget those pills, dude. It's tough, though. Like, it's a tough question. I couldn't even answer, like, what the best kind of, like, French fry is. I'm still dealing with it in my head. I really like a curly. But if you take the zest from a curly and then you put it onto a wedge, I think that's the best. But even then you end up with some, like, some wedges that are overcooked, some wedges that are undercooked, and, you know, it's touchy, man. It's touchy. It's a difficult question. The important thing is they bring us together. I finally had some tornado potato. You guys had any of those? I thought it was gonna be a meme. I had one a couple of years ago when I was in my hometown. It's basically like it's a potato that's like it's all sliced up like on a spinner and then put on a stick. It looks like Hannibal Lecter dissected a potato and then served it to you to eat, is I guess the way I would describe it. I don't even think we should try this. I think we should just try this. We got HP. And then we get rid of it. Yeah, there you go. Like a 360-degree Hasselback potato. I had one in my hometown at a restaurant, and I was like, this is not that good. And then I had one at a food truck in Vancouver, and I was like, actually, this is fantastic. This is, I mean, it was also like $7.50, which is pretty expensive for, you know, when you consider that you're buying a potato, which is like 40 cents. But don't hit me. At least it was cut in a wacky shape that helps to dampen the sticker shock. The Zane up to the price tag. And then, like, you know, there's not like another $6 built in of value because they let you choose the seasoning. And I was like, dill pickle. And I was like, that was worth it, man. That was worth it. I don't know why I feel like I should have walked over the spikes there. Do you still only buy single potatoes at the grocery store? It's like another take that I always feel like... I'm realizing now that much like American politics, there's like a real urban versus rural divide in chat. A lot of the things that chat thinks is normal, that I think is insane, is due to the differences in the way things work between cities and, like, towns. And a lot of the things that I think are normal that chat thinks is insane is due to the difference between the way things work in the city and the way things work in the country as well. Like, I could, you know, if I'm reading the newspaper or something like that, and I'm like, look, honey, there's a house on sale. It's only $1.6 million. You know, my wife is going to say, really? What's wrong with it? That's going to be our first reaction. And if you lived in the country, you would be like, how many acres of arable farmland does that come with? I want neither. I think we'll beat Hush. But then the same thing, like, with the grocery store, like, you know, when the grocery stores are, like, close, when it's not much of a trip, I like to go to the grocery store more often, and I buy, you know, the foods that I need for that individual day or two, and then, you know, when I run out of stuff, I'll go back again. This is the thinking man's gamble, okay? I think I agree with you. I think we need technology. That's fine, maybe. No, thank you. I think we need Tech 1. And I think if we take Tech 1, we can afford to... Well, you know what? We get the opportunity to swap a little bit. The Soul is a really good defensive item. I want to try this just for a second. So we lose a decent amount of damage. Here's what I'm going to do, okay? I think I'm going to take Occult and leave Ghost Pepper for now. No, I'm going to take Occult and I'm going to leave Spider Bite for now. And then if we want to, we could leave the Soul after this. We could leave the Soul from this point onward. Because the Soul is mostly going to be useful for this fight. What the heck is... Oh, we got like a little marked synergy here. How about that? So I think I'm just gonna... Well, let's crack this. Hold on. This adds another little wrinkle into things. I suppose we could take... Suppose we could take Metronome into the fight if we got the... But the backpack is going to take up a spot. Yeah. No, thank you. Check the synergy with eyeballs. It's not a bad idea because I'm never going to take the backpack. Alright, I gotta be honest, that seems kind of incredible. Let's get rid of... Let's get rid of nothing. I think this is fine for now. We'll just leave this right over the center here. Alright, this is a beautiful synergy. It's still doing damage. It looks a little weird, but it's still doing damage. And look, because we have the Soul, we can get up, we can challenge. We can challenge. I am worried that this is going to crash the game, but I appreciate the banter, Engine Toasty, thank you. Thoughts on long sleeves plus shorts? That's, for me, I don't know what Chet Hayes would say. That's my outfit of this season right now. Like, heavy on top and comfy on the bottom. That's been my vibe on the baby walks. I'm also, I'm thinking that maybe it's the right time in my life. I'm embracing comfort more than ever before. I'm wearing sandals more often. Although I'll be honest, if I'm going for a long walk, I find shoes more comfortable. But around, like, if I'm just outside of the house for a little bit, the sandals are nice. Taking the garbage out, for example. But I think I might even graduate to having one sleeveless hoodie in my wardrobe. I don't know if I have that kind of like European vibe, but I'm willing to give it a try, I think. I'm willing to cut the sleeves off of a hoodie and see how sleeveless hoodie plus shorts works. I'm gonna have to shave my triceps though. It's gonna be a whole thing. I have one and my girlfriend hates me for it. Oh, okay, well. But it's about the dad energy. It's not about what your girlfriend feels about it. It's your dad energy. That's an F-boy outfit? I thought it was like a dad. Yeah, Bill Belichick drip. I thought it was Bill Belichick's outfit. I moved to Milan, and I don't fit in at all. Everybody's so fashionable, and I don't understand fashion. I hear you, honestly. Like, I mean, Milan obviously is got to be on like another level. There's a lot of very, you know, well-dressed people in Vancouver, though. There's a lot of people, you know, there's some slacker energy, but even with the slacker energy from the PNW, they also are like, you know, there's people that are really bringing their A game to the fashion department at all times, and I'm just walking around with like streamer merch. Do you even need to shoot anymore? Oh, trust me, if I could stop shooting, I would have done it by now. This just sort of, it just happens on its own. I don't have any control over the fire rate anymore. Oh, you could press control and stop? Ah, we've come too far. Alright. I mean, dude, we gotta stick with this. Soul of Isaac has appeared in the basement. So we could do Delirium, but in order to get the unlocks, we have to go to the Dark Path. So I think we should just go to the Dark Path, man. And honestly, like, I feel like, why mess with this, right? Like, it's a good thing. Dunk. I mean, like, it's melting them. Why fight bosses, mate, when the freaking eyes will do it for you, mate? You did Delirium? Is that what the outside is? I did do Delirium. Oh, dude. Let's go. Let's go. Sir, do you want me to run the Treasury or the State Department? Let's go. Sorry, I can't get it out. Live in moments that live rent-free. Like 7 of them are Lin-Manuel Miranda. Call me son one more time! That's more like Mickey Mouse, but... Hey. Hey! Him biting his lip. Clearly middle-aged Lin-Manuel Miranda. I'm only 19, but my mind is older. That would be a great video. Moments that live rent-free in my head. Moments that really butter my biscuit. Gordon Ramsay loses his mind at chef's explanation of fresh frozen. Is there anything here that isn't deep fried? The salad. The salad? Are you taking the piss? Chicken and banana. Sorry. Yoink. Dude, here's a game for you. What's one of the things that you saw on Kitchen Nightmares that Gordon Ramsay was flabbergasted by that actually looked pretty delicious? I'll start. He goes off on that grilled Caesar salad where they put the lettuce on the grill and give it some like char marks. I honestly thought that I've seen that clip like 10 times. I think it looks pretty good. I got nothing against that salad. I'm glad to see a lot of people in chat without colluding were like, the salad didn't look that bad. I think he was, okay, it was dirty because he didn't chop the bottom of the lettuce off, but still. Apart from that, I was, dude, if I didn't know that it was dirty, which I wouldn't if I ordered it, for sure, I would probably eat it. In fact, I would probably enjoy it. He showed it to the whole restaurant. It's bullying, man. No one's gonna be like, actually, Gordon, it's pretty tasty. Everyone's like, Gordon made fun of it. Everybody laugh. Ha! We want Gordon to love us. Ha ha. Anyway, I like Gordon Ramsay. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying. I thought the salad was like, it wasn't that bad. I was not aghast at the quality of the salad. There's probably more. I do see some people saying the greasy pizza from that one episode. I kind of disagree with that one. You're welcome to. Don't get me wrong. But that pizza in Denver that was like the largest, greasiest pizza in history, I did look at that and go like, that looks a little gross to me. But if it's the sort of thing that you're, I mean, just yesterday I was saying like I got no problem with Pizza Hut, and that's kind of like Pizza Hut's raison d'etre. So I can't really front, I guess. Not the deep dish one? Oh, okay, different one then. I mean, I don't think I've ever once... Well, this is the kind of thing you gotta be careful about saying on stream where people can, like, verify every word you've ever said in your entire life. But I don't know if I've ever once been like, look at how much grease is on this food. I think instead of saying that, I go like, whoa, geez, this is really tasty. I think... Wonder what their secret recipe is. Olive oil. How about that? Okay. Now, I'm here to tell you, the run's okay. We're taking some dumb damage. No questions there. I think it might be time to take a deal with the devil. And then, like, just the best deal with the devil that we could find. Just to swap this synergy out of here. I think we wouldn't mind swapping the eyeballs out of here just to become a little bit more sane. Because here's the thing. The longer a room goes on, the stronger this gets, right? Like, this is... If the room goes on for more than 5 seconds, we can't be stopped. However, the start of the room is really tough. You know, we don't have the ability to quickly kill enemies. So I'm entertaining the thought. But now I'm like, you know what? It's actually looking pretty good. If you can just not get hit for 3 or 4 seconds, like, you get the damage potential to just, like, end the enemies. The spiders are touchy, though. Don't mess with the wind? Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think we have a run that should crap on the boss pretty easily. But the rooms that are in advance of the boss are of a modest degree of spice. Maybe not a ton. Once you make it through the first 5 seconds, you're pretty much clear. But, like, those first 5 seconds are a little much. Interesting character, though. I like, I mean, I think this is one of the characters so far where I prefer, you know, regular version to, tainted version. But it's a neat idea for sure. What happened to my shots? What happened to my shots? Hanged Man? There's a picture of New York, I'm just freestyling. Sometimes when I freestyle, I lose confidence. He's spitting. Uh-oh, he's spitting. You see, it's the only time in history a Hanged Man card has been used to avoid stepping on creep damage. What am I almost... dude, okay, we gotta look, right? Like... I gotta see what this looks like. It looks horrible. Like, it actually seems, like, horrendous. But let's do it for one room, just to see how it strikes us. Yeah, I mean, the damage is actually really strong. When well, no, it's not, actually. Yeah, this is terrible. If you can get multiple shots falling at the same time, it's still pretty bad, but not as bad. But still pretty bad. Alright, that's... You know what? A lesson was learned there. The heck's going on in that room? Tell me you're Ludovico without telling me you're Ludovico. Yes, sir. Shouldn't have taken that. Literally stopped to think about it and then made the wrong decision anyway. We might swap out... No, I can't. I mean, our damage is pretty good, but I don't think... I'd rather have, like, one more Spirit Heart. Shoop the Whoop would make the rooms a lot easier before the boss, but... It's a tough call. I mean, this run should be a pretty easy win right now. Tech isn't doing anything here. Excuse me. Spare 2 seconds. I disagree with you. Okay, we could go get another room. But I'm not gonna. I'm actually just gonna grab this. So here's what we're gonna do, okay? We're gonna start the fight. You know how it starts. Get as much damage out there as early as possible. And then, as our damage builds very slightly with Lusty Blood, and there's 2 hitboxes instead of 1, that's where we bust out Shoop the Whoop. Okay, Lusty Blood was not impacted at all, but still. It's looking pretty good. Very solid run. Very solid runs today, actually. Look at that. Posted notes achieved. He's done it. Mom's lock has appeared in the basement. Slash marker. Repent. Great Tainted Isaac.